Hello guys, welcome to another video. It's been some time Yana, since I gave you a video. The Valentine is over now. You need to go back to the chart. So today we are going to do something slightly different. We are going to look at AUDUSD. So make sure that you stick with me until the end so that I can just show you how you should approach a chart. What are the things that you need to look or search for when you're doing your analysis, so that when you come to the conclusion, it's a well-informed one. So let's get started. All right, you know how we do the things here. So we always start with the highest time frame so that we can just check how is the bigger picture, how does the bigger picture look like. So this is our AUD chart on the monthly chart, and the trend currently is bullish, because if you just look closely, you had the bearish trend, and your bearish trend line was somewhere around there, and it has been removed together with the resistance here, because if you check closely, we moved higher than the resistance there. So we removed the resistance, we removed the bearish trend line. Then currently our monthly is bullish, but it does not mean that because the monthly is bullish, then it means the price would move like this until like forever. No, you need to understand that in terms of the trend, yes, we are bullish, but now currently we are inside a resistance. So this is our resistance. So we are bullish, but we can still react from a resistance. We can still push to the downside, get a pullback, or even change the trend completely. So that's why if you know that the trend is going up, it does not mean that you should neglect or ignore the fact that when the price is hitting a resistance or is hitting a bearish trend line, it has got a chance of reacting from that, which is why you're going to use these structures to place your profits, which is something that when you take the mentorship, I will take you through the entire process from, teaching you the basics, how to locate these zones, how to pick the ones that have got higher chances of holding, and also how to execute trades from them. So if you're interested in the mentorship, the number is there. I left it at the beginning of the video. So here what you need to take is that the price is reacting from the resistance, and here's our monthly support. So it might go for a deeper pullback until the support, and turn from there or break it, or you can still continue from where it is. But what you need to understand, because remember, you're not really trading the monthly time frame, so you just need to say my monthly is bullish. We are now reacting from a resistance. We still have some space before we can hit our support. So that's all that you need from this chart. So let's just bring horizontal lines, just so that to say our monthly resistance starts somewhere there, around there. And then let's do the same with the support, so that when you get to our smaller time frames or the weekly, at least we need to know where these bigger structures are starting, where they start. And here is our weekly chart. So what do we have on the weekly chart? Does it match the structure that we saw on the monthly? Let's see. So in terms of the trend, we are definitely bullish, which is opposite of what, okay, it's the same, because remember the monthly is also bullish. So as we are bullish and we have touched the resistance, we are coming from the resistance, the weekly resistance, which is inside the monthly resistance, and it looks like you are trying to break the bullish trend line. And again, you have moved past this, which is your demand at the time. So this is your demand, and you've moved lower than it, which means you have broken that. You just need to take out the trend line, then you will say you have won. You've got a chance of moving down towards this zone, or even the bigger one, because remember, from here to there, this is our weekly support. So this one here is our daily support. So you just need to take out, sorry, this is our monthly support, and this is our weekly support. We are on weekly now. So you just need to say currently the price is the same thing that we saw on the monthly. We are reacting from the resistance, and when we reacted, we did this, which is what we always spot in most of the videos that I post here, which is our bearish engulfing, and it suggests that the bears are strong. That's why they are even so strong, that to a point where the body engulfs the body of the previous candlestick. And we can see that another thing that we can comment on currently is what is happening here, which is what last week we ended the week with bearish rejection candlestick. Currently it looks like we are set to print another bearish rejection candlestick. So there's a lot of force that is pushing to the downside. First, it was the weekly and the monthly resistance pushing to the downside. Secondly, it's our bearish engulfing. And thirdly, it's our what? Our bearish rejection candlesticks, which means this trend line has got a lot of odds against it. It's most likely to be broken, right? So now let's check what we have on daily. And then we can remove this. Our weekly starts here. Let's just leave it there and let's check what we have on daily. So this is the structure that we got on daily. Where are we going? Because remember, our monthly we said is bullish. Our weekly is bullish, and both of them are at resistance, so we can even get some trades to go to the downside because of the location. So now we are on daily. What's the structure here? The structure here is definitely bearish because we were bullish. You had your bullish trend line there and areas of support from here taken out, from here taken out. So you removed areas of support, you broke a bullish trend line. Then by doing that, you then move into a bearish trend, and this is the nearest resistance on this time frame. There is your resistance. So because this resistance is the one that was responsible for pushing the price down and breaking this trend line and also breaking the areas of what? Of support. Is very strong. Should the price move up there, you will definitely be searching for trades to go to the downside. If you still remember, there was a time in the previous video when you looked at gold, we also mentioned things like it was it has a lot of momentum to push to the downside, either from where it was currently, or it had a chance to also, it had a resistance there at the top, it had a chance to move up there. And I did manage to get a trade to go to the downside, but there's something that most people always complain of. They call it what? Stop hunt. So I was stop hunted there, but the predicted direction, we still moved in the direction. So we move, you take that loss and you move. And when your prediction was right, it's just that they just went for your stop loss and then they took off in your direction. It happens. So here we are saying, should the price move up to that resistance, you are more than welcome to push it down towards this daily area of support. I mean, the weekly area of support. But currently we are bearish, but we can't yet place the bearish trend line there because we don't have a lower low. And yeah, so we just need to say, should the price break this smaller yana trend line here, and then if it goes to this one after breaking the trend line, if it goes up there without taking the trend line, you're not gonna use this, you'll only use that. But if it takes out the trend line and then after taking out the trend line it goes up there, then you can now include this one. So these are the things that I teach under when you are assessing our zone. That's why I said when you take the mentorship, I will show you all the reasons what you need to use for you to pick which whether you should use this zone or that zone, and give you the reasons that will help you in making that decision. Then you'll be taking it, still targeting that, but this can be your GP1 where it turns. So that's what you can look for on this one, to say that currently the price is around the same level that it's been struggling to pass for some time, which means it can still push up. It still has a chance to move to that resistance. But should it stay there and maybe break this, then you can now say, okay, I can only take it from there. I don't have to wait for you to go all the way to the upside. So that's what we are having here on daily. So let's check our H4. You see, this is the same level that I was talking about, this level here. To say that this level is the one that has been holding the price here for the past 6-7 days or so. And currently we are inside it. And you can see we even reacted with the pin bar, which means maybe the bears are not ready to, or the bulls are not ready to give the full powers to the bulls, so that the bears, so that they go to the downside. And because of that, we don't have a lower low. We couldn't have that bearish trend line on our daily chart. But for now, this is what we have on our H4. And H4 at some point, it was moving nicely to the downside. And we had this as a zone, as a support. It has never been broken ever since it was formed. We are back to the same support, but it was not so strong anymore because the price came here, tried to come back there, it's coming back again, which means it has a chance of continuing and moving, rejecting again. Remember, a zone can be hit multiple times, but it does not mean that it has to be broken. Remember, when you are hit multiple times, you are weak, but it does not mean it's time for you to be broken. You can still hold and reject the price. So for now, we are saying on this time frame, we are bearish, but the location where we are, it's not going to be easy for us to pull past it and move towards the daily support. So we are back here, but we broke the trend line definitely, and the resistance that is responsible for that is this resistance here. So your H4 is bearish, but it was going to be much a better trade had the price maybe moved lower than this before going up towards that, because now it will mean that this area where we've been struggling to pass, we have taken it out. Because for now, if you don't take it out and you go to that resistance, and you know there's a lot of pressure to push the price to the downside from the bigger time frames, if you decide to take a sell here with confirmation, we're selling with confirmation because we failed to do that. Yeah, so if you decide to take a sell and it works, you still need to take this guy into consideration. You need to pay attention because of what? This guy, we haven't yet broken it. It held the price, it is holding it again. If it goes up, it can still hold it again. So that's why I'm saying, should it go up there, you can take a sell, and then you'll be using this as your take profit. But now, if it moves down like this, take this out. Then when you are taking a sell from there, you don't have to worry about this guy because it will have been broken. So that's all that I say you can expect from this one. With what is happening here, maybe the price wants to go there, but it's not safest thing to do given the fact that the bigger time frames are moving to the downside. But those are the most sensitive areas on your chart currently. This area here, this area there, and the main weekly daily zone there at the top. So those are the areas that you just need to pay attention to and make sure that when the price touches them, you plan your trade from there. But otherwise, that's all that you can expect from this one. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Thank you.